Well, hello everybody, and welcome to tonight's live stream. Uh, I'm sorry I had to start a new stream. YouTube had a glitch. I hope everybody made it over here. Okay, you're
Looks like
still here. Great, Brian. Thank you. All right, I want to welcome Jerry, Rick Bailey, and Digger Evans, who graciously agreed to join me here.
Anytime, Joe.
Hey, I appreciate
it. So I saw Vinny's update earlier. Looks like he's having a little trouble with his health.
Yeah, he was in the hospital a couple times.
Okay.
This week. It's not the showstopper, so it's not
That's
that.
good.
But it sounds like they don't know what it is yet.
All right. Well, I'm sure, just like me and everyone else in chat, we wish him well. And I haven't seen his name pop up in the chat yet, but if he's here, I'm pretty sure everyone is going to wish him well and hopefully see him next week. But yeah, health, family, and all that good stuff first before YouTube, you know?
Oh, absolutely. He did say he was going to be here, but he might be lurking.
Sounds good.
So it depends on how he's feeling, I guess.
All right.
So can everybody in chat hear us? Just want to make sure you guys can hear me.
There we go. That's even better.
YouTube tells me that we're live.
I'm watching it on my other screen, so I know it's going.
Okay. And you can hear everything?
Well, I had to mute it because otherwise you would get feedback.
Yeah, of course.
But there's a delay, but the video is going out, and chat's blowing up.
Oh yeah, we definitely have some people in chat.
Yeah, and it looks like we got 23 people watching. We only got 5 thumbs up. What's going on, people? We got a good crew here. Let's get some thumbs
up. Ken's saying that it looks like everybody left.
Well, everybody probably left the first one.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, sorry, everyone. I had to restart. YouTube had a glitch.
I don't even know how many people we had for the first one, but hey, we're all here now.
Yeah, I've got it all. I can see.
Are you guys echoed?
Look at that. We got a thumbs downer. How sad.
Oh, that's the way it goes.
Yeah. And the day goes on.
Well, I want to thank everybody who's in chat. John Tanzillo, Sparky's here. Norman Rowe, Rodney, Ken Amos, Ralph Greenwood's here. Joe Rader, Ron Brights. How are you doing, Ron? EJ and E. Jeff. How you doing, Jeff? Dwayne's Fork and Spoon Railroad. Brian's here. White Curly.
Sorry about that.
No problem. Randall Ellison. Marty from M&M Shortline. Ian from Lehigh River Subdivision. Glad to see you, Ian. Hope you stick around. I got a little surprise for you later.
I should have left my phone on for Sparky. I like to get him with his ringtone.
Oh, Sparky can't hear me. I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Yeah, you're better now, Digger.
Sparky can't hear me. Oh, Vinny's there. Vinny's in the room. Hi, Vinny.
Hey, Vinny.
Oh, I didn't see Vinny. Hey, Vinny, how you doing?
Hey, Vinny.
Hope you're feeling better, my friend. So we'll give everybody a few minutes to get here.
I don't know if you need to fill the other stream. Oh, the other stream's still running.
The
I
other
don't know,
stream's still
Sparky
running?
can't hear me. I don't know if everyone else can hear me, but Sparky said he can't.
You're low to me, Digger,
Right, I don't know.
but I hear you.
Oh, the other stream's still running.
The
I
other
don't know,
stream's still
Sparky
running?
can't hear me. I don't know if everyone else can hear me, but
All
Sparky
right, who's got
said he
YouTube
can't.
going?
Oh.
You're low to me, Digger. I muted mine,
Right, I don't
Me
know.
too.
but I hear you.
All right, it looks like we've got another stream going here.
Oh, the other stream's still running.
Oh, looks like the other one just ended.
The other
I don't know,
stream's still
Sparky
running?
can't hear me. I don't know if everyone else can hear me, but Sparky
Oh no, that's you. That's you playing around.
Oh.
You're low to me, Digger. I muted mine,
Me too. Oh, now
but
you're
I
sharing
hear
your screen.
you.
All right, it looks like we've got another stream going here.
As always. Always. All right, well, John's working on that. Jerry, I remember a couple videos ago of yours. You did a video from your new place, your new work. Yeah, I know, I'm losing it, dude. I'm losing it.
Yeah, my job. Yeah.
Your new
A new shop.
Your new shop. There you go. All right. So you did a video and you showed us a small corner of your shop, and you said, I'm thinking about putting maybe an N scale layout over there. Did you get that started? What are your plans for that?
I didn't get it started. I still got crap there.
Ah,
I gotta put stuff away still, and doing work, and so sooner or later it should happen.
all right. I'm waiting for that phone call.
Sooner.
I'm going to jump out back in again to see if that computer's right.
Okay, Digger.
All right, Digger, sounds good. And while Digger's doing that, I want to say hello to Nathan. Nathan DeLay's in the house here. And Bob from PK&W Railroads. Great to see you, Bob. Thanks for stopping in. And Dwayne's telling me there's lots of echo from everybody. That's probably my fault, guys. I lost my audio interface, so it's probably picking it up from my speakers.
Oh,
Not really much I can do about that, unfortunately. Actually,
It's kind of weird because I noticed on our screen here, my shirt is green, but on YouTube, my shirt is gray.
oh really?
Yeah, it's weird.
There's a green screen or
Oh,
something?
you know why? Because I took out the green screen. The whereby background is green. And I took that out, and it must have taken out your shirt, too. Sorry about that.
No big deal. It's gray, but
All right, well,
Fading away.
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Bob
Go
from
on.
the PK&W Railroad said the sound improved as soon as Digger left.
Oh,
So maybe it was a problem with Digger.
Maybe Digger has his YouTube on, his volume on.
Well, he was on his phone, so I don't really know if.
Lauren.
Well, all right. So let's.
So I have the stream going on my laptop, and I'm on my laptop, and my stream is going so I could watch chat on my phone, but everything's muted.
That's the way I usually do.
Your volume's real low again, Digger. And the echo, apparently the echo was being caused by you. As soon as you left, it went away.
Yeah, still see. Start the engine. Echo test. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Is there an echo? Echo.
Okay, Norman says we're good now.
All right.
Is that okay?
You're still really low, Dick. I can barely hear you. And Nathan, Nathan wanted to know if I'm near the Reading and Northern. I'm really not that far away. I'm in western Bucks County, up near Quakertown.
I'll go and reboot my internet.
All right. Hello, Jason. Good to see you. We're working on that echo. Apparently, Digger's having a problem.
Jason's saying I have an echo. Do you guys hear an echo from me?
No,
I
I'm
do.
not hearing an echo now.
Okay.
I haven't been hearing an echo at all,
He's in
actually.
the house. Hey, Gary, how's it going, dude?
Oh, Gary, how are you? And Steve 87th is here, too. Great.
Yeah.
Drew Steele, how are you, Drew? Glad to see you.
We got 34 watching and 20 thumbs up.
Beautiful.
That's a good start.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
So is there still somebody? Jason said that I had an echo too. I lowered my speakers. Do I still have an echo?
I'm not getting any echo from you.
I hear no feedback from either of you guys.
And Jason's saying the only one that's not echoing is me. Hello, Chuck. Great to see you. And Bob from PKNW says there's a little echo from Rick, but it's not crazy.
Drop my speakers a bit, see if that helps.
Hey, Chuck. Hey, Brian. Good to see you guys.
Norman says we're good. Chuck, how's it going?
Let me see here. I can. All right, Vinny just told me that we're all really loud.
We're loud guys.
That's
Vinny.
just my nature.
Yeah.
I get yelled at work a lot for that.
That's how things roll in Philly.
That's it. East side.
Pennsylvania's representing.
Rick has a half a second delay echo. Jerry is not bad.
All right, Jerry, I just took away the green screen, so you got your shirt back on.
It's okay though. I didn't mind. At least I had a shirt on.
Sounds like Rick's in an empty room. That's possible. I'm using my laptop this time, so the microphone and speakers are very, very close to each other.
Let me see if I can. You guys chat for a minute. Let me see if I can get my headphones to reach over here.
So did anybody work on their layouts today?
Now I did some work yesterday. Finally had that one bridge section going and shot a little bit of video. I'll post that up in the next day or two. I want to get the track down and then hopefully get a train running across it, and then I can get finally get a loop going. 3 years in the making.
Oh, that would be great, right?
We have a problem with group messaging at work with our laptops. Yeah, that happens, Jason.
Well, folks, I really hope the echo isn't too bad. I can't get my my speakers to reach over here, my headphones, I mean, and I lost my audio interface. So in order for me to hear what's going on, I have to have my speakers on.
I don't hear any feedback or echo from you. You just got a little lower.
I turned down the volume. Vinny mentioned that everybody was way too loud.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So I
I
turned that
don't know
down
how
a
to
little
turn
bit.
down my volume. This is on my laptop. I don't know where it would be.
And Jerry, Roy said that he's been working on his powerhouse at Evanston, and he's still not done with it. And Dwayne just
Progress.
said it's good, so to continue on. Great. Glad to hear it. Thanks, guys.
I have always said progress is the goal. The goal is not to finish, progress. As long as you're making an effort and keep it on moving, that's the goal.
That's right. It doesn't matter how much progress.
That's it.
Yeah.
I've got very little progress going on. Actually, as a matter of fact, I was brainstorming the other day, and I came up with another project that I wanted to pull Jerry in on, but that's only going to take me away from the layout again. So I really have to start focusing on the layout and stop focusing on all these little projects. That's my problem. I get these ideas, and then I try and follow through with them, and then I neglect the layout of itself, and it's like I got all these cool little things, and no trains are running yet.
Yeah, I think we've all been there, Rick. Hey, there's Vinny. Great to see you, Vinny. Hope you're feeling better. All right, let's see. How many people we have in here?
42.
42. All right, that's great.
42. That's a good show.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
All right.
All right. Well, before we get too much further, I wanted to give a quick shout out here to the Lehigh River subdivision. Ian's got a start of a really great layout, and we intended to feature him on last month's Roundhouse, but unfortunately we ran a little bit too long. So here's his channel, and right now he's got 147 subscribers. And like I said, this is a really great layout, the start of a really great layout, and it's pretty cool because the Lehigh River is just about, I don't know, 7 or 8 miles in that direction from me.
That direction.
I'm sorry, I didn't switch. I got to switch the. 1 second.
It's somewhere out there.
It's somewhere out there.
Ray's in the house. Hey, Ray, how's it going, buddy?
Okay, it's about 7 or 8. I lost it again. Hang on. I think we should be back. All right, now we're back. Okay, it's about 7 or 8 miles in that direction.
Hey, Ray. I was wondering who Ray was. That Ray.
That Ray.
Oh, Ray
Ray.
Bubble. Great to see you, Ray. Thanks for coming in. And Nathan, no, I've not been to Port, or I have been to Port Clinton, but I have not been to Andy's headquarters. And it's been quite a long time since I've been to Port Clinton. But it's really not all that far from me. And Ian, I'm sorry we didn't get to you last month. I still plan on featuring you on next month's Community Roundhouse, but I wanted to throw that shout out real quick. And thank you, Ralph, for posting the links for me. I really appreciate that. As soon as Ralph saw Vinny's announcement today, he got in touch with me and offered to stop in and post all the links like he does for Vinny. So, Ralph, I really appreciate that. Please post a link to your channel. And anybody who hasn't been to Ralph yet, please stop over and check Ralph out. Ralph's a great guy, and he does a lot of good work. All right. So Jerry, you were talking about getting a layout started. Did we talk about that yet?
Kind of.
Rick did a little bit. Yeah.
Sorry, I've been back and forth here.
That's okay.
I'll hound him a little more. We'll get him there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got to see what you're going to be doing here, Jerry.
I'm gonna put something up at my shop. I have a little spot. Nothing big, just something to mess with
Yeah.
when I'm
Hey,
bored.
it doesn't
I
have to
just
be
can't
big.
wait.
Yeah,
I just can't wait till the showstopper's over because Jerry's got a bunch of places that I want to see that he rail fans from, and I definitely want to come and check out the shop and got some ideas of some collaboration things that we can do. So as soon as we can get out, be sure
yeah.
I'll be there.
You're welcome anytime.
Yeah, and I want to get together with you guys again. We managed to
Yeah,
do
we have
that
a good
once
time.
before the showstopper.
Yeah, it was actually just before. It was I think like 2 weeks before, and then everything went to crap.
It's getting better.
It
And
is.
even though Vinny's not on tonight, he still does have that premiere coming on tomorrow at noon, and it's I believe it's part two of his expansion of his layout. So everybody, make sure you stop over there and check that out. It should be a good show.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Oh yeah, so am I. I'd actually like to see it in person. Maybe someday I'll make it out to Arizona
One day.
one day.
Yeah, I saw that video, Sparky, of Amy's new project. It's pretty good. Can't wait to see that finished. You should go help her. She needs help holding stuff.
Oh, you mean the crocodile she built?
Yeah,
Yeah, well, if it doesn't need electricity, then Sparky's probably not the guy to help.
he's got hands. He could hold stuff for her.
Oh man.
All right, Jerry sent us in some photographs here. This is what is this that we're going to be looking at, Jerry?
So, this is a 1923 snow sweeper made by J.G. Grill Company, which is from Philadelphia. And this sweeper used to be in Philadelphia on PTC. I think it's what is PTC, John? Public. So, what do you guys not where did it leave off at? You know? Okay. So just to recap, this is a 1923 snow sweeper owned by, at one time, Philadelphia Transit Company, which then was SEPTA. This car was made by J.G. Brill Company from Philadelphia. Um, and it turned, this was an Eagle Scout project. Baltimore Streetcar Museum owns this car now. It was an Eagle Scout project from one of the members' sons, and it just was going to be painted, and it was done, but it had so much other issues that the museum didn't want to just paint it. It needed restoration work. So we've been working on this since 2019. I believe it was March or February of 2019, and we're about, I'd say, 80% done on most of the car. And there's still some work inside to do, and they're going to do other things, but it's just been a labor of love and a lot of work. You know, a lot. I think we have over 700, close to 800 man hours on this, and
Wow.
that's just there. That's not. So some work I do at my shop, and I have a lot of shop time in there. So there's a lot of time spent on this car. It's all wood, is except for the lower frame, which is metal. So you can see, like in those pictures, mostly we tore all the covering off. The covering is tongue and groove material. Over the years, different people, I guess SEPTA, had replaced it with plywood, and that rotted, and one thing after another. It's been outside for oh, a long time, 20, 30, 40 years, you know, easy. I mean, this car will be 100 years old, in, what is it, 2020, 3 years.
Wow.
So, and
And
it's amazing how, God,
Jerry, what is the actual purpose of the car?
it's a snow sweeper. It
Okay.
clears, it does have a side plow, but it would clear the snow from the tracks to keep the trolleys running.
Gotcha.
Back in the 50s, 60s, and of course the 20s. But it operated up until probably, I would be a guess, the late 50s, early 60s in the city, and then it sat for probably another 20 years on SEPTA property, and I believe they paid $500 for that car. SEPTA had a sort of an auction thing, and they paid $500 for it. Baltimore Streetcar Museum in 2005. It cost more to truck it to Baltimore than they paid for it.
Yeah, actually that was going to be my next question. I was going to ask, does it have an engine or is it pulled?
Oh, it runs. It totally runs. I mean, I have video on my channel of it running. It runs. It runs fine. Always ran fine. Yeah, there's I don't know much about the mechanical workings of it, but I see Sparky had asked how long before the project's done. It's on display now. Um, it is, it would just be a guess. I mean, till it's really done, maybe a year, but you know, this stage, we're going down tomorrow to do some work on it. So hopefully it'll be done tomorrow, the outside. uh, yeah, so it still has some more work to do. It's has always ran. It's never not run. It operates. It's cleared snow for Baltimore. Um, yeah, so yeah, it's almost 100 years old. still runs good. Um, it's a 100-year-old car. It has issues, but doesn't keep it from going. It's
And
a
it's
fun
electric, right?
project.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's a fun project. A lot of great guys. The organization that really is a big catalyst in getting things done is Friends of Philadelphia Trolleys. And Friends of Philadelphia Trolleys is a group of guys that go around and preserve Philadelphia streetcars. That orange car that you see, that orange PCC car, is part of Baltimore's collection. That was a Philly car. It was preserved by the Friends of Philadelphia Trolley. I think they spent over 50,000 dollars rehabbing that car, and it still needs a little bit more work. Um, but yeah, they do great things for these Philly cars that are all over the country. They're everywhere, from San Francisco to New York to Baltimore and God knows where. So that picture that you saw before, the small part of the sweeper, was really how it looked. It was really in bad shape. But yeah, it's come a long way. Um, and like I said, it's a fun project. It's working with a bunch of guys, and it's fun. I'm kind of going to be sad when it's done, but we'll find something else to do. Anybody? There's Sparky. There's a lot of trolley museums in Philly. Well, not in Philly, in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania Trolley Museum out in Pittsburgh is probably one of the best trolley museums in Pennsylvania. Aside, aside from Electric City's pretty good, but Pennsylvania Trolley Museum is probably a premier trolley museum in the state of Pennsylvania.
And that's
Just
where
my
Pittsburgh.
Well, it's just south, well, east of Pittsburgh in Washington, PA.
Okay.
Um, yeah, it's in the little corner. It's a great line. They have a lot of cars, big area to run on. Um, Another thing that Friends of Philadelphia Trolleys does, as is at these museums, at Baltimore Streetcar Museum, Pennsylvania Streetcar Museum, National Capital Streetcar Museum, which is in a suburb of DC, they do a $25 day where you come down, pay $25, and you get to operate a streetcar.
Oh, really?
And you could probably do it depending on how crowded it is all day. Operate different streetcars that they have for that day. And a lot of guys come down, and it's like, where can you experience that? So it's fun, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
get to
That would be
operate
great
all
to.
these different streetcars.
It would be great to operate a streetcar.
Yeah,
That would be a lot of fun.
it's pretty awesome, and it's like, there's 10-year-old kids that get to operate, and older adults. So it's not an age restriction thing. It's just a fun thing that they do to raise money, and these events raise money to help with the restoration of these cars all over the country. It's a good organization.
Yeah, and they do great work. I mean, that stuff is awesome.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Oh,
And
there's Georgia
yeah,
Sunbelt. Hello, Anthony.
hey Anthony, coming your way tomorrow.
All right. I did plan something here. Uh, Heath had asked me if I was going to do a scratch build, and I don't actually have a scratch build planned, but I do have a jig that I made for scratch building, and I thought I would show you guys show you guys what this is. This came about in a conversation I had with Brian from the Iron Horse Route about making log cabins, log buildings for the layout. Brian, of course, is modeling the Denver and Rio Grande Western in the area of Moffett Tunnel and Winter Park, Colorado, in that area. And he was in the market for some log cabins. So we got talking about it, and it seemed like the perfect solution would be Lincoln Logs, for those of you old enough to remember that toy.
Yep.
You remember it, Rick?
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
surprised. I didn't know they were.
I don't
still
think they
around
were
in your day.
mine. I think the set that I got, I think were hand me downs from probably older cousins, but I do remember them.
Okay, that's cool. That was one of my favorite toys as a kid.
Lincoln Logs?
Lincoln Logs, yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, yeah. Well, I figured you might, Jerry, but
Yeah,
you know,
not
Rick's a
Rick.
young guy here.
Rick's a young guy. That
So-
Legos then.
Let me.
Oh, Legos are my thing, man.
So let me switch cameras here.
You're going to have to watch the replay, Heath. We're not going
Yeah.
to, we're not going to go back.
So here's the jig that I made. Oops, let me get it in the shot here. Okay, that's pretty close. I'll try and describe this so that you can see what I'm doing here. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Nope, that's about all I can get. So this was all made out of scraps. This is just a piece of plywood cut as a base. Over here is, let me get it back in the camera, is an aluminum angle that I use as a stop block. From there, I added some metal guide fences that are just made out of the supports from hanging file folders.
Okay.
From these things. It is steel, but it's very light gauge. It's easy enough to cut. And I laminated them together with some epoxy for metal. And how it works, let me get my sample here. This was designed for N scale. So I settled on 2mm wooden dowels, which give you about a 12.5-inch log. It scales out to, which seemed to me to be pretty reasonable for a log cabin. So how it works here is you slip the dowels in all the way up to the stop block, and then I don't have my razor saw with me, then using a razor saw and a file, you can just cut down through here, which will, let me get the other one second. Which then makes the dados for the logs. Yeah, so it actually sticks out like a real log cabin. Wish I could get a better shot here for you guys. I'm sorry about this. And this is really surprisingly strong. I made this. This is just a sample that I made, and I wanted to see how strong the joint actually was. Let me get it. Man, it's tough to get it in this. There we go. So these logs are only glued up until the black mark you can see here. So the last half inch or so to the corner, there's no glue at all. It's just being held by the logs and the dados together. And this is, get it. And as you can see, this is pretty strong. I could pull this apart if I wanted to, of course. But for made out of 2mm dowels, I was pretty pleased with the way this came out.
Yeah. So where did you get the dowels?
These are just 2mm dowels I picked up at Michael's.
Oh, okay.
Got a bag of them for about $2 or something, $3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And we're kind of running out of time here. I was going to actually cut some of them, but I think we're gonna run out of some time here.
So why N scale?
Well, only because I was discussing it with Brian, and that's what we were talking about was N scale. It's not something I could use, obviously, since I'm HO scale.
But Brian can use it.
But Brian can use it. I kind of think that's what he was hoping for.
Or any N scaler.
Or any N scaler, right.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So I am planning on doing a video of it, and
That would be neat.
yeah, I'll get some better pictures than I can get, with this setup.
Yeah.
And then maybe I'll send it down to Brian and see what he can build with it.
That would fit on his layout really well.
Sure. So let's see. Are we missing any questions here in chat?
Dave BNSF said cut on both sides. I'm guessing if it's just like the Lincoln logs, you're doing one cut to go, a certain depth, and then flipping them over and doing the same cut.
Yep. I put the tape on the top, and the idea of that is to keep the logs from rolling as I cut them, and let me to keep the log from rolling as I cut them, and then also to be able to flip it over and get it on exactly the opposite side.
There you go.
And it took a little bit of trial and error to get the dimensions right. The first jig I made, the cuts were way too deep, and I kept losing the dados kept breaking off on me. But I finally played around with it a little bit and got the dimensions right, and it's working really well. I'm happy with it. I might end up making an HO scale model for myself.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was just an interesting project. Brian and I got talking about it, and I thought it would be a fun little side project to do. So let's see what time we got. All right. Well, we still got a little bit of time. Before we run out of time, I really want to thank you guys for being here. And Ralph, if you wouldn't mind posting the links to their channels. We got Jerry here. Certainly appreciate that presentation on the sweeper car. That was pretty cool, Jerry.
Oh, it was fun. I'm glad I could help out, and I hope everybody enjoyed it. And tomorrow I'm going down again, like I said, and I'll probably shoot some video and put that up, because I know Wilmer keeps asking me if I'm going to put video up of it, and I do, but I'll make a better one tomorrow.
Okay.
Good,
And we
Jerry.
also got Rick Bailey here, and Rick, thank you, our new dad. He took time away from the baby to come and spend some time with us. I appreciate that.
Unfortunately, I don't have anything on the workbench or any pictures to show you. I'm at a loss here, guys. You're showing me up, of course.
Well, how old is Bella?
She is 3 weeks now.
Well, with the
Actually,
three-
wait. What is today? Today's the 10th. Well, in 4 days she'll be a month.
4. Yeah, a
4
month.
days she'll be a month. Yeah.
yeah. Well, with a
I'm
baby
sure
that
time.
age, you don't have a lot of time for layouts.
Oh no. So mom is up during the day most of the time with all 3 kids at this point. So I've elected to do all the nighttime stuff so she can get some sleep. So it's right now I'm on a 12 o'clock, 3:30, 6:30 feeding schedule. So during the day I'm pretty much doing as much work as I can at work, and in between they're all little cat naps. But don't tell my boss that.
Yeah. Well, hopefully your boss isn't watching tonight. All right, and also I want to thank Digger Evans. It's a shame he was having some tech issues
Yeah.
and couldn't be here with us, because Digger's a lot of fun to chat with.
Digger is awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Digger.
Good guy.
Yeah. We had Digger as a guest on one of the community roundhouses, and he was a lot of fun.
Yes, Heath, my hair is getting long. It's called laziness. and no time. But I'm sure you guys have noticed through most of my videos, I usually let it grow for like 3 months, and then as soon as somebody turns around and says, "Wow, you came in today with bedhead," that night it gets shaved off.
Shave it off.
So me and Jerry look like brothers at that point.
Well, I don't bother cutting my hair much anymore. I don't have enough of it left to cut, so I'm gonna hang on to what I got.
You know, guys, I just realized this just reminded me. It's just like that day we went out to lunch without the drinks and the food.
Yeah, right. It
Right.
is. It is. That was a lot of fun. I can't wait till we can get back and do it again. There's quite a few people around here that we can probably hook up with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully,
see
some
why
of you
not.
guys in chat that are
Yeah.
local can join us.
There's a couple of them here. Lehigh River Subdivision. He's not too far away.
Yeah.
And there's a few others. So hopefully we'll be able to get to that pretty soon. And don't forget the other live streams, guys. Of course, Monday night we have Nate from Tyodotin Valley Coal Company and Railroad. He's at 7 o'clock. Tom's Trains and Things at 8. Tuesday night we have the I'm sorry, Bob from the PK&W said to go for the ponytail. I think I'm a little bit past the ponytail age there, Bob. So let's see, where was he? Tuesday, of course, is On Track Tuesday with Wilmer and Benny, Redbird Tony, and Dave Thurber. Wednesday night, there's some guy in Canada
Hey.
that pops on up once in a while. That would be Sparky 107.
When he feels like it.
When he feels like it. Thursday nights, of course, is Hot Rod Rodney, and Hot Rod fills in for a lot of other live streams. He was on twice this week. This time slot is usually Cuzzin Vinny, and we're just keeping the seat warm for him tonight.
Honored to do so.
I was really honored when he got in touch with me and asked me to fill in for him. I was happy to help out. Of course, Saturday mornings we have Back on Track at 10 o'clock. RWC Toyman pops in and out sometimes on Fridays and Saturdays. I didn't see anything about him on tonight, but he was on early this morning, so I think he's back on night shift. So I don't know what he's going to be doing. And of course, Nora is every Sunday night at 7 o'clock. Ray Boble, who's here in chat, he's the last Sunday of every month. And I believe, Ray, you're at 8 o'clock. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And I don't know if I'm missing anybody else.
I don't think so.
I
Of
hope
course,
not.
we got our usual shows.
That's right.
Off the top of my head, the only one that comes to mind is Uncle Wilmer.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Roy Smith does dispatch on Tuesdays. He did take a week or two off for vacation, but I'm sure he'll be back real soon.
Awesome.
And Ralph does Car Barn when he gets back to doing that. I'm looking forward to that, actually. Brian just mentioned Big Bill. Who's talking to Big Bill?
Talking to Big Bill.
He's on what, Thursday nights or Wednesday Wednesday nights, I believe, at 9 o'clock. I'm not sure if he's every night or not. I mean every week or not. But he has some great interviews. His interview this week was a lot of fun. It was the Midland and Enscale, Midland and Dorchester Railroad. Sean, and I would butcher his last name, so I'm just going to leave it at Sean. That was a lot of fun. Big Bill show is great. And that's all I can think of.
And don't forget, every month we got a community roundhouse.
Yeah, how could I
That
forget
shows
that?
up. It's a bunch of guys that get together. I can't think of any of them off the top of my head.
Yeah, there's a couple of us here from that show. I don't know
Yeah,
how I
yeah.
could have missed that. And Heath just corrected me. It's Midland and Dorchester. Okay, that's great. And if you haven't seen his layout, I encourage you to check it out. It's really a great layout.
Oh yeah, Midland does some great videos.
Yeah, yeah. His was a fun interview. I enjoyed that.
There's so many guys out there that have incredible layouts that have small channels. They put a lot of effort into their channels. It'd be nice to see other guys go out, check them out, and support them.
Yeah. Well, Wilmer does a great job of finding them.
Yeah, he does do that. Yeah.
And I know Vinny steals some of Wilmer's finds, and we've borrowed a couple for Community Roundhouse too. So thank you, Wilmer. You do a lot of our homework for us.
Wilmer's like a hound dog. He finds them.
He sure does. And Ray did confirm it is 8 o'clock on Sunday nights, but he might not be doing it this month. The last Sunday of the month. And he might not be doing it this month, he said. So it looks like we're running out of time here. Not that we have to go anywhere, but we're coming to the close of the hour. So if you guys want to promote your channels, please go right ahead. Let us know any contests you got coming up, any videos you got coming out, and give us something to watch. Z-Scale Ray, hi, glad to see you, man. Thanks for coming in. Let's see, Rick Layout's got 213 subs with a layout update coming at some point.
Hopefully some point soon.
Some point soon. I wasn't going to push you. The Closet Branch.
Well,
Hi. Hello, how are you? Great to see you.
If I play my cards right, I could probably leave this chat, go do a bottle, and then get some train work done.
There you go. Yeah, you don't need to sleep, Dad.
Nah.
Ray Bubbles had 302 subs. Congratulations, Ray. That's great to see.
Good job, Ray. Well deserved.
Brian's at 460. Gary from the Barn Full of Trains at 186.
Chuck at 215.
Yep. Heath has 293. He's getting close to 300 and can almost taste it.
Eminem Short Lines at 217.
217, awesome. Georgia Sunbelt at 398.
398, wow.
Good night, Vinny. I'm glad you could make it tonight, and really hope you're feeling better.
See you guys.
Hope you feel better.
Roy Smith said tomorrow's layout update will be postponed at least until Sunday. So we'll have to look for it then. Steve 87th PSAP's got 202. With the first round of the Walters contest being announced on Thursday on their Facebook.
Awesome.
And if you haven't seen the build that Steve did for that, he did a really fantastic job.
Grandpa Reynolds, 5 and holding.
A side note, I don't know for sure, but Dale is a little under the weather, so there might not be a coffee and train Sunday. I don't know, but
yeah,
I know he's on the
I haven't
weather.
seen Dale around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hasn't been feeling well.
Oh,
So
well.
keep Dale in your prayers out there, guys.
Yeah, get well soon, Dale. Ralph Greenwood's at 425, and he's going to be getting back to the car barn soon. We're looking forward to that, Ralph. That's a lot of fun.
Another shout out for Ralph. Ralph, thanks for all the help with the links, buddy. Much appreciated.
Thank you. Good
Ralph,
job, Ralph.
I really appreciate it, Ralph. As soon as he saw Vinny's announcement, he got in touch with me. It really means a lot, Ralph. I appreciate your help, man.
Ralph is the link master.
Yes, he is. He does a great job at him, too.
Yeah, it's a lot of work to get those links together. find
especially
them.
at the last minute. I think it was
Yeah.
probably around 7 o'clock when I finally let Ralph know what channels to be prepared for. So
Did a
yeah,
good job.
Brian says that Ralph's a link posting beast.
That he is.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, it's 9 o'clock. I guess we've talked everybody's ear off for about an hour.
Sounds good.
And like I said, Jerry and Rick, I really appreciate you being here. It's
Oh, you're welcome. It was my pleasure.
Always here for you, John.
helped me out a lot for my first live stream. I didn't fall flat on my face just sitting here staring at the camera.
A couple little hiccups, but I think we did all right.
I think we did bad. Didn't do bad. The hiccups were actually, most of the hiccups were actually YouTube. When we got, as soon as I started the live stream, it gave me like 2 or 3 errors before it finally let me get started.
Wow.
Yeah, but other than that, I think it went pretty smooth.
It was pretty good.
Yep.
I enjoyed it.
I had a great time. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad
Same here.
to have been able to fill in for Vinny. And
I'll do it again anytime. You just holler.
absolutely, I'll be in touch when I need you.
Sounds good.
All right, guys. Thank you all. Have a great
Good night,
weekend.
guys. Thanks for tuning in.
We really
All right,
appreciate
Rail
it.
Riders. Good night.
Take care now.
Later. I guess that just keeps going.
Okay.